Hmm. Look what's back. Post complete Tears of the Kingdom art 101. It's been a while. So, honestly, I've been wanting to do this like final thoughts video for the longest time. And because I haven't gotten a chance to see the consensus of opinions from many gamers out there who play Tears of the Kingdom. Very polar opinions, if I do say so myself. So I'd like to give my final thoughts, at least in the process. Because I've been playing this series since like the 90s. So I'm not Zelda 1 NES old school, but I've had a few games up my sleeve. And by few, I mean pretty much everything after the NES games, but yeah. I want to say, let me put on a new weapon. I'm gonna fight a Molduga. I have actually not fought a Molduga in this playthrough, and at all. I've never encountered one, which is funny. The only things I've done off recording and probably after beating the game was try to get 152 shrines, which I've done. It took me like a month to do it, but I got it done. That was, I didn't even think I didn't like it, you just keep this. There's so much content in this game, and I will say it does go up there. It's top 3 Zelda for me for sure. My top 3 currently are Ocarina of Time, Tears of the Kingdom, and A Link Between Worlds. In no order. Now I will get to a few bits of it why, but I don't even know what I'm going to be doing. Oh yeah, fight a Molduga. Let's go. I don't even know where they're at. Why would I say that though? A lot of old school. It's mostly the old school gamers that are very torn with the new 2 Zelda games that came out. And actually, for all the Breath of the Wild fans out there, the ones that just started becoming a Zelda fan, whatever, I welcome you with open arms, or at least just, you know, it's okay to be a Zelda fan for a certain game. There's this fan base is filled with opinions, and let's just say even my favorite YouTuber doesn't like Ocarina of Time. He doesn't like Majora's Mask. He hates those games, or maybe hates a big word, but he really heavily doesn't like it. He does like Tears of the Kingdom. He does like a Link to the Past. Zelda 1. So you can tell where his general idea of what makes Zelda, in his opinion, good are those types of games. I have nothing against A Link to the Past. Zelda 1, like, they're great games too. Hell, I even put Ocarina over Majora's Mask, and some people will look at that and just be like, what? What? I'm just like, I have a strange affinity for that game, but for the most part, Tears of the Kingdom, it does so much good. It does so much right. I feel like let me find this Molduga first. Let's make a little invention. Ugh. What in the world is that? I don't even remember making that. Is that a cannon with... Stop. Don't look at it. This is this has been my getup since post game though. It's so sick. It's what is it called? The Mystic Headpiece and the Mystic Trousers dyed black, and then the Zonite Waistguard. I mean, you could also substitute that with the Charge shirt, or even the Ember shirt. It's not bad either. I just don't have enough defense in those pieces to warrant it, so I'm stuck with this. This one still looks good though. But yeah. Yeah, when you become a Zelda fan, you're like, a lot of people are gonna really just hate certain games, like certain games. You could already tell the retro fans are like, they'll stick to their guns with like Wind Waker, Twilight Princess, Ocarina, and you know, it's fine. But it's just like, I think there is some good in these games. They do so much right. The main quests, you've done none of that in Breath of the Wild. They made it so it's like, it's different enough, but it's also similar enough. And I'll get to the point with, there's no Madugas here. Bastards. Maybe over here. Am I gonna have to look it up online? I've never fought one, because I've never seen one. Maybe over here. But yeah, like, the one thing it is weird is how they made it so things are... It's like Breath of the Wild and Tears are like a yin and yang. They do things a little too similar. I mean, some of the things, like, obviously the world is shared. But, like, the whole temple structure is, you know, the unlocking thing, which I'm fine with to a certain degree. I think it's fine, especially the way they've done it in the Lightning Temple. Lightning Temple's, oh, so good. And then you have the Construct Factory. Oh yeah, I got every route too. I don't know if there's ever a game I'm gonna do this much content. I got like... I made a second account so I actually could make another separate file. 285... 280 hours. Oh yeah, what was I doing? Oh yeah, Construct Factory. The dungeons were doing different things. That's the cool part. Or is it? So we're building somebody together. That's technically a dungeon, I guess, because you get the spirit vessel rescued at that point. And the way you go about it, like... Here, let's go here, for instance. Actually, no, we'll start from the beginning. Yeah, why not? I know a lot of people didn't like the water dungeon, water quest, Zora quest. It's fine, I think, but I personally thought it was one of my favorites. The whole investigation, the whole side on being like, I can't leave my fiance alone, or else what if she dies like my sister type of thing. Like, that was so well crafted. I don't know how people are like, there's no story in this game. I'm just like, what? There's character story, there are the characters everywhere. And yeah, the whole... I was in shock and awe. This was, but the thing was, this was my first one. So I was introduced to the waterfall, the freaking 500-foot, 1,000-foot waterfall. Amazing me. I was honestly floored in that moment. You could probably go check it out. I know a lot of the people who started watching this Let's Play probably got... I think they started watching... I noticed it was around the Moragia fight, which is like, what? That's the most random video that blew up. But, yeah, this was earlier in my playthrough, which I was a little more quiet, but because I was in awe. I was just speechless this whole time. The waterfall ascend up, and then the first time I experienced this, the anti-gravity, it all floats so well together. Like, this place just looks just so great. The dungeon in retrospect is kind of easy, but like I just think that you're still doing different things than Breath of the... What was it? What was in Breath of the Wild? You gotta go through... Like, they're different. I never understood how people were like, it's Breath of the Wild DLC. It doesn't make sense. Breath of the Wild, the main quest was you're going through here. You had to do this path. It was raining everywhere else. You couldn't climb. So you had to do this whole path. It was like a gauntlet just to get to Zora's Domain. Everything else was raining because of Varuda. Yeah. So like you're doing the main quests are completely different. You're traversing different things. And this was my first like what the fuck moment. It was just, and it made me feel like a kid again. Like it's hard for games to do that now when you're like, when you're 30. It's like I had dreams about this shit. I'm actually gonna make a drawing I'm gonna make a drawing where I can perfectly depict my dream, which involves a water bubble floating into fucking space. Like it's a perfect idea for a drawing, and I'm gonna do it. It's fucking brilliant. The music too. This is where it blows Breath of the Wild out of the proportion here. The music. Chef's kiss. Honestly, I said it before. Best music in the series. Sorry. Some people are gonna hate that. Some people are gonna fucking be like, could you say so? How can you say that to my precious Majora's Mask has great music. I know. But this shit. So good. Like I could name a list off the top of my head. Construct Factory 5. Water Temple 1, 2, 3, even 4. Wind Temple 1, 2, and the last one 5. Actually, no, all of them. The Rising Island chain. What else do you have? Minerust. You got the whole Ganondorf theme going. Even the tracks. The Zonai tracks. There's even what is there? What else is there? Spirit Temple, obviously Spirit Temple. Did I say Construct Factory? I did say Construct Factory. Fire Temple. When Fire Temple 5 hit, or I think it's 4, the last one, before you fight the boss. I think I teared up. I don't even know what the reason was. Oh, God. It was funny because I don't remember it. I didn't even remember if it was what's his face? Yunobo's dad, Daruk. I didn't even know that. I was still so speechless. Fuck. Even the depths theme is so unsettling. Like everything just. Doi! That's like the worst possible place to be at. I wonder if I could kill him. Follow me, set me free. Oh, you could kill him like that. That's funny. I know I'm probably missing a few more, but... I've always wanted to do this actually, because I never I was like, oh, I should maybe do this because of that one video that went viral. But yeah, the music, the main quests, different enough. Even Inobo had a little bit of a change. Tulin too. They brought in Tulin as a new character, which is interesting. He was turning into Rivali 2.0. I'm just like, dude, you gotta rely on your teammates. He's a little kid and he's trying to save the damn village by himself. Even though he does have like powers and stuff, but he wouldn't listen. If Link wasn't there, I'm sure he would have been dead. He got his bow taken, and then he realizes it. It's like, there's story there. I hate it when people say there's no story. It's like, the main story, it's honestly not, it's not Skyward Sword, but it's like what I'm talking specifically with Zelda and like Ganondorf and that stuff. But I think this game mostly focuses on the others. Gives them a chance to breathe. Which is fine. Which is good, actually. And you know what I say about sequels is that a lot of people seem to like, it's a sequel, and people always feel like sequels seem to never sell as well as the first. As the first game. Mario Galaxy 1 and 2, for instance. Pokemon Black 1, Black White, Black 2, and White 2. But to say that they're not worthy of the installment is... That's kind of a douchebag thing to do. In my opinion. Anyways. Because they were both... I think they outdone the first games. Personally. I feel like they're better in every way. But they still stole the less. They still stole the less. The less compared to the first one. As for the Sky Islands, depths, surface, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say my favorite is the caves. Every cave in this game is different. Every cave has secrets, bosses, enemy camps, shrines, treasure. Like, it was all just, it was a thrill to find one. Like, I not to say I don't like the depths or the Sky Islands, but they're great. I love them. This is, for instance, one of the reasons why I like the Sky Island. This whole section here. Also, I literally made another file just so I can relive these moments, because it's such a high. Like, when you're playing a game, it's like hitting just a high mentally. And then after you finish the main quest, it goes back down. Like, not in a bad way, because you know, obviously it's like a roller coaster. You go up, you're still having fun when you go down, but I just Tulin's quest was definitely probably the best one. Definitely, I remember tearing up with the whole Colgera thing. Like, I teared up. Go watch that if you haven't seen it. But I never would have in a million years thought it was something like this. I didn't even explain it that well. I was like, when I was doing this, like, it feels like you don't belong here. Like, it just feels like you're out of... You don't even see the whole fucking... Look at this. You don't even see anything. You're completely just in another world. And then the music hits, and it's like, anxiety 101. Or just straight up anxiety. It's actually, and this is with a sequel. Just imagine what they're gonna do with a new full-fledged new 3D world. Echoes of Wisdom comes out tomorrow, so I'm already looking forward to that. To say that that's gonna be better than A Link Between Worlds is, at this point, I don't put it past Nintendo. I have faith in them. I think I've said that in the last episode, but I'm scared to think that they're always trying to outdo themselves in certain aspects. I feel like the approach to the dungeon, it was like nearly perfected in this game. You got games like Skyward Sword or Twilight Princess, maybe, where like you just kind of go to temple to temple. Maybe there's like a small area you got to go through, but there's really no build up. The temples are pretty good, but it's just like there's not that build up. This is just godlike. They just knew how to give you an experience that you never would have gotten before. No other game has ever done this. I played Elden Ring, Horizon Zero Dawn. Both good games. But there's nothing like this, obviously. Being a Zelda fan is like, we're kind of spoiled at this point. I'm not gonna lie. We're kind of spoiled. You're lucky, you notice I have not said Forbidden West, but I don't want to go down that path again. So I do think that, yeah, both Breath of, like, sure this is a bigger game, but Breath of the Wild also does certain gaps, because you won't see, you won't be able to do things like the Thunder, what is it, the Thunder Plateau? You're not doing that here, you're doing something else. You're doing Misko's treasure here. You go play Breath of the Wild, you're doing a completely different side quest in that area, which is it's always raining, you gotta put the orbs in the thing, which was a challenge. Hell of a challenge. So you're doing different things for the most part in the same world. So I think it's a worthy sequel. It's worthy for sure. Exploration. What other Zelda game where I put like 280 hours in? And then here we are. Absolutely unreal. Unreal. And I feel like they're like always like a few steps ahead of everybody else, which is crazy. Don't get me wrong though, because there are some bad, I won't say bad, but things where it's like, why did they do this again? Like the Korok seeds, very silly. The thing is though, like, how can you say something sucks if you've done it? Like, I played Breath of the Wild like more than the average amount of times someone should normally play that game. Like, well, 3 or 4 times. And then I did a modded playthrough of it. You'll notice in my playthrough, I rarely ever do Korok seeds in this game. But that's the thing. It's not forcing you to do it. You could just completely leave it out. You could leave it out. You could ignore it. And then keep doing your thing. There we go. Finally. I can't believe I went through the 2. I've never fought one. I've gotten every shrine. Oh. Let's see if I get a game over. I doubt I'll get a game over. I'm so OP right now. Is that a guy? Can't they just go away? What, your worries and troubles? I wish. This is what I get for being so focused on gathering materials that I don't even notice I've wandered into Molduga's territory. Stupid. Isha. Isha, your problem now. Oh, damn. I was like, where'd it go? Oh. Oh, it has a little tail whip attack. You know what? I haven't used any of these. Let me give it a shot. Oh, I don't have any more Zonai built. Oh, that sucks. How's he still gonna fall for the same shit? No problem. God, this look is so good. God damn, this look is so good. Tamatuga. It's gone. You're like you're like a grown-up. What's her face? Did you get rid of Marduga? Hell yeah, I did. I can't believe you were able to defeat it. You must be incredibly strong. Please marry me. Now. Zelda who? Fuck that bitch. I never dreamed I'd run into a foe like you way out here. This must be fate, don't you agree?
Ah.
She's like, come on, Link. I run the jewelry shop in Gerudo. Oh, you're the one that was missing. Fitting reward? What kind of fitting reward are we talking about here? This might come as a surprise, but I'm actually Gerudo's best blacksmith. If you come to visit my shop, there's something special that I can craft for you. Oh wait, he's a foe, so he can't even get into the town. But if he could beat that monster, I bet. I can feel fate's pull between us. I'm sure we'll meet again. Oh, special reward. It just... The treasure. You know I've never fought one if you see all that. Molduga guts. Molduga fit. Molduga liver. Molduga hippocampus. The frick. I guess we go back to Gerudo Town and get our reward. Oh yeah, Sky Island. Overall, I liked it. I like the overall, I like them. There are some really good ones, but you have to really look to find them. Like Lightcast Island and Starview. Those are some of my favorite ones. Some people didn't even know they existed. I posted a video about Lightcast Island and that got viral. I'm like, I'm surprised people don't know about that. I just hope people don't like go from word of mouth and are just like, oh, Skylands are repetitive. Don't even bother. It's like, no, dude, just look around yourself. Check it out. There's a little bit of repetitiveness, but like, dude, I seriously feel like Nintendo could have just kept going and kept putting more in, but it was like, what's the point? Oh, here she is. Hey, Isha. I had no idea you were in such... Well, look who it is. It's the hot Vo that saves Isha. Soxo, truly. Here's a little something for your reward. I still can't believe you took down a huge monster in one. Hallie and Vo are pretty impressive. And what's more surprising, not only do you mean something special to me for saving my life, but you are a special lady of Lady Riju. You're a one-of-a-kind Vo. But my reward is a little involved, so do you mind coming to talk to me when you have a little time? You're feeling restless, huh? What could you, need help with that? We owe you a lot of great debt, and I think I can begin to repay you by crafting Arms of the Seven. They are sword and shield past the... Oh, okay. The Scimitar of the Seven and Daybreaker. Oh, you figured Bellari would be the one to help you out with that, or read you. Yes, please. Truth be told, I'd like to gather the materials for you myself, but it's a duty to bear the arms to do that. Okay. 4 diamonds. 10 pieces of flint. Gerudo Scimitar and a Gerudo shield. I feel like I could find one in the armory, or in the army place, just lying about, right? But yeah, overall, Skylines were fine. There's not as much as I thought, but that's fine, I guess. The game's main goal is to keep you just going from one place to the next. It's like, all right, here's the depths, do some stuff there. And then you'll just go to the surface or Skyline at another point in time. That's what it felt like to me. Bo 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 bo. Bo 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 bo. I don't need that. The depths? I thoroughly enjoyed it. Just bar none. It's it's obviously a little barren, but there's a lot of fun stuff to do here. And it keeps you wondering. Like, I think that's the beauty about this game too. It's like it just you that you don't get. At least that's how it is for me. Like when you first come across like this fucking shit, or anything else really, a coliseum, the spring of revival, the Bloopy Burrow. I could go on and on. Your mind just wanders and you're just like, what was this here for? What happened here? I want to know. This is like my favorite place. This music is absolutely fantastic. Hey, Merick, you want to go back inside? No. And if you do enough exploring, in certain places like the Temple of Time, you'll get a little surprise sometimes. Which the game rewards you for, obviously, with that. I think up here there's supposed to be something up here. There we go. Just a lonesome construct. Chilling in the construct factory. Where the fuck are you guys? How'd you get up here? Welcome to the construct factory. Parts delivered here from the depots are assembled into crafter constructs. The finished products are produced here and then shipped to the Dragonhead Island. My task here is to confirm receipts of the parts shipped from the depots. I then oversee the task of ensuring they are correctly assembled. So I'm what you would call a supervisor. An annoying supervisor. Currently all work processes have been suspended, as have my duties. I'm awaiting my layoff and unemployment paychecks. It's been 10,000 years. The issues seem to that have no parts have been sent from the depots. I am on standby here to take receipts of them in the event that shipping resumes. Buddy. There's mold growing in the corners. I don't think... Minoru, you want to break the news? You want to break the news to this guy? You are free now. Like, so much extra little details. Like, obviously you're not rewarded with a hook shot or a chest of items and stuff, but it's just that's the reward. Your curiosity pays off. That's how it is for me, anyways. I definitely... I guess you could say I focus more on gameplay than story. That's just how I grew up. Yeah, this whole section was unreal, honestly. This whole figuring that out by myself all those months ago. I don't even know how long it's been. Like finding your own quest, your own dungeon, your own sage without the game telling you. Obviously, the game will tell you at some point after you've done everything else, but I feel like they made it so that you're supposed to just randomly find it. I don't know. And it's fucking great. It felt like this could be the future. Like, what if the next game's gonna have just random dungeons and stuff that have nothing to do with the main quest? Buried underneath if you just search hard enough. I also like to think that the armors that are found in the depths, I know a lot of people logically think that it's like a celebration thing or like Nintendo just needed to put content in, but it's more fun to just like, I don't know, brainstorm and just think of it like, why is it here, like game wise, like in a gaming sense, not in a development logical sort of way. That's just how I see it. It's just cool to brainstorm those types of things, in my opinion, as opposed to just always being like, they put it in because they just wanted to celebrate the 25th anniversary of the game in the series in the just like, it's less fun when you think about it that way. Again, just my opinion. Oh yeah, other negatives. It's really only the Korok seeds. I think having they know... What is it? Here's my theory with the... Not theory, but here's what they could have done if they had replaced the Korok system. Making side quests give you money if you complete them, but also some of the side quest completions be like, here's a new item pouch to increase your bow, shield, or sword inventory. That would make doing more side quests more, you know, warranted. I feel like not hiding it behind a Korok seed thing again. But like I said, I put too many hours into this game. Some people will like the Korok, some people hate them. Like, this is as best as a sequel you could possibly have done. You give this to any developer, any other developer, and just be like, make a sequel from Breath of the Wild. You know what they would have done? Surface still. They would have just been Surface. They would have probably, like, added new paths. It would have just been like the... Just think about it. Think about what other developer would have done this shit. Sky Islands, depths, caves. Ugh. It's ridiculous. It's just... Tomorrow I put this game in the back of my mind and then Echoes of Wisdom comes out. It's crazy. I mean, yeah, that's all I have to say. I wasn't gonna dump all this in the Echoes of Wisdom Part 1, because I have other things to talk about. Obviously the game and probably me like screaming in hype, but yeah. If you guys want to see more of this, then let me know. I feel like I've done as much as I possibly could have. If there is one thing that I'm looking forward to in the future, it'll probably be, let's see, the return of unique items. And Yeah, I don't know. I just don't know. Don't know what to ask for after this. It's crazy. But yeah, I'll call it there. Onward to Echoes of Wisdom. The next game. All right. Take care, guys.